What up, New York Giant Nation? It's your boy, Matt the Giants fan, coming back in with you on another very chilly morning. But yeah, let's talk about Leo today, man, because it seems like he's a very hot topic right now for New York Giant Nation, and a lot of different opinions. And I'm about to offer up mine. You know what I mean? So let's talk about this. Because there's been some very different opinions coming up the pipe, you know what I mean, about Leonard Williams. Some people don't even want to make an effort to try to bring this guy back. Some people want to sign and trade him in some spectacular, crazy deal to Houston to help acquire Deshaun Watson. You got some people that just want to throw the bank at him and give him whatever he's asking for to bring him back. You know what I mean? So look, here's my take. Leonard Williams, man, was very, very productive for us this past season. And I'd be honest, to be honest with you, I would like to see Leonard Williams in a New York Giant uniform again next year. With that being said, it's got to be under some kind of conditions, though. Like, you can't just go throwing money at this guy. I mean, it is what it is. Out of his career, he's only had really probably two really productive seasons. This year being one, obviously. And it's about, I say his 2016 season with the Jets was pretty productive. I believe he made the Pro Bowl that year with the Jets, actually. But let's just, call it like you see it. I'm not saying we should go out there and I'm not one of those cats that's got what it takes. Let's just go out there and throw money at Leonard Williams, give him whatever he wants, just to get him back in uniform with the New York Giant uniform next year. What I am saying is, don't let him just walk away out the door without making a real effort either. You know what I mean? Because some people seem to have that opinion, like just don't even make an effort to bring him back, don't even try to sign this guy that was one of our 2 or 3 best defensive players this season. Consistent throughout most of the season. I know everybody likes to bring up those few games late, the Cleveland, Arizona, and Baltimore game in which he seemed like he disappeared, and which were very important games for the New York Giants. Okay, valid. Those weren't obviously amongst his better games. None of those were amongst his better games, and they were very important games down the stretch that we could have used him, you know what I mean, making some of the plays he was making in pretty much all the other games. But at the same time, this guy was productive, man. He seems to fit into this scheme well. I'm not totally buying this. It was a contract year, so he went out there. He's a lazy player that just went out there and balled out this year to try to get paid, and then he's just gonna flounder and be like Albert Haynesworth. I just don't see Albert Haynesworth in this guy. I just don't. I don't see that kind of mentality. I'm damn sure not saying throw that kind of money at him, but I just don't see that mentality in this guy, man. I don't see him being that type of player. I feel like he just fits. He finally found a scheme that works for him, and it works for us. And we should make a legit effort to bring him back. Like I said, I'm not down with overpaying him. If he wants too much, commands too much money, then you know what? Hasta la vista. You know what I mean? Peace out, bro. But for the right price, reasonable price, gotta really consider bringing Leonard Williams back, because he was a big integral piece of what this defense does. He makes Dexter Lawrence better. He makes the whole front 7 better. Legit. I mean, even when he's not getting sacks, he's one of the best at just creating pressure. And even sometimes when you're not getting the sack, the pressure is good enough to disrupt quarterbacks enough. And he was a disruptor this year. And can't nobody deny that. It was his most productive year with sacks, but it wasn't really his most productive season. Like I said, that 2016 season with the Jets, he was pretty productive that year with the Jets as well. He didn't quite get to 11. He didn't get to a double-digit sacks, but he had more tackles, for instance, than he had this year. He just did a lot more things that year. He was pretty productive that year as well. Like I said, pretty sure he made the Pro Bowl that season for the Jets in 2016, which I believe was his second season in the league. Like I just want people to understand that in spite of what happened this weekend with the big blockbuster trade with the Rams and the Lions, We don't know who's going to win or lose, who's the winner or the loser of that trade. A lot of people have crazy opinions about that too, and you can't form an opinion because nothing's played out yet. Because if the Rams go out there and win Super Bowl next year, then they're not going to feel like they lost this trade. A lot of people seem to feel like the Rams gave up way too much for Matthew Stafford. My opinion is maybe they did give up a little too much for him. But at the same time, they're built to be able to do those kind of things and make those kind of drastic moves. And they may have to make some moves in the next couple of years to regain some of that draft capital back. But they can worry about that then. Because right now, their roster is built to win right now. And that trade, as of right now, ain't as bad as people making it seem for them. Because they got a quarterback in place. They got receivers. They got running backs. They have a ridiculous defense. That team is built to win. They are at a stage now where it is pretty much Super Bowl or bust. There is no other in between for them now, but they're built to win. But that's my example. Like the Rams they were the type of team that could serve up things like that in a trade because they're built to do that. The Giants were not. And now if Matthew Stafford commanded that much, what's it going to really take for Deshaun Watson to get moved? I mean, Houston went on the record and said that they're looking for 2 first rounds, 2 second rounders, and 2 good defensive players. Well, let me put that in perspective for you, New York Giants. If we were to make them an offer like that, give up 2 first round picks, I would assume one of them will be this year's. Give up 2 second round picks, maybe one of those will be this year's second round pick as well. But then to give up 2 good defensive players, well, guess what? Now you're looking at, hypothetically, a James Bradbury and say hypothetically we sign and trade Leonard Williams to him too? How does that make the New York Giants better? Because we acquired Deshaun Watson? Okay, now what else do we have around Deshaun Watson? Nothing. That does not make us better. The Rams were able to trade away all that draft capital and they traded away their quarterback for Matthew Stafford because it's not going to immediately hurt them. They didn't need to they're not desperate to go into the draft this year worrying about whoever they were going to get in the first round. They were just going to add another piece. That was it anyway. Well, now they've added a piece. Matthew Stafford, a proven piece. So it's too early to say whether they won or lost on that trade because to be quite frank, if they go to Super Bowl next year and win it, they're going to look like winners. Straight up. So, like I said, with the Leonard Williams thing, man, New York Giant Nation, we got to make it, like I said, a real effort. I'm not, like I said, don't overpay this cat. You know what I mean? But if we can still get him back in that $20 million, maybe a little bit less than that range, you know what? Reality is, this is the nature of the business. Can't just keep letting good talent walk away. Got to, at some point, keep that foundation firm. There's always ways around everything, man. Finagling around everything. Make it work. Like I said, if he wants too much, then do gotta show the brother the door, man. I mean, it is what it is. But I wanted to go on another note this weekend, something that came out this weekend, you know what I mean? The Jets' new coach, Coach Salah, you know what I mean? I get it. You're trying to rile up that community, their nation, you know what I mean? Their little gangrene, you know what I mean? Whatever they call themselves. I don't really pay that much attention to the Jets anymore, you know what I mean? But, bruh, I'm going to let you know right now, bruh. You can't find a New York Jet fan that got the passion that I got. I don't even live in New York, bro. So you go ahead and squash all that, man. You know what I mean? If that's your way of trying to hype up your Jets fan base or whatever, you know what I mean? That's false hope, bro. That's false hope. They know they don't got the passion the New York Giant Nation got. They know they don't got that. But anyway, you know what I mean? It's your boy, Mac the Giants fan, man. Like I said, just hearing me out on that Leonard Williams thing, too. And I promise you, man, it'll be in our best interest to keep that brother. At the same time, it is going to depend what it's going to cost. If it costs too much, then we do got to let him walk. But other than that, other than the money, we got to bring him back. If the money ain't, if he's willing to take a fair, come back at us with at a fair rate, we got to make it happen. Because Leo was a big part of our defense this year, and he can be a bigger part going forward. So, with all of that, New York Giant Nation, it's your boy, Mac the Giants fan. If y'all know, if y'all like what I was talking about, man, hit that subscribe button, hit them likes. Please ring that bell so you know I'm dropping new content. And don't forget to drop a comment, let me know what you think. It's your boy, Mac the Giants fan. Peace.